Welcome back to our third episode of our podcast, Life's Short But We're Shorter. I'm Sof.
And I'm Bella.
And today's episode, we will be reminiscing and talking and laughing about embarrassing stories.
Yeah. I'll be honest, I got quite a few.
Yeah, the only one I can think of is one because, I switched my mentality a few years back of things are only embarrassing if you let it.
Yeah.
It's
right.
a hard thing, but the older you get, the more you'll be able to laugh at yourself, the more you'll just enjoy things and be able to laugh. But since I only have one story, should I go first or should you go first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure. And then I'll bounce off of you.
Okay, so my embarrassing story happened this year in my genetics class. We had a project and we had to do a 3D model of anything that we talked about throughout the year. And that was like our final grade. So anything involving genetics. So I decided to do a hitchhiker's thumb. And for those of you who can't envision it, just imagine a thumbs up, but your thumb is bent really far back. So I was like, I'm going to make this really good, really realistic. I hand sewn everything. I got cloth, filled it with rice, sewed it all up. And let's just say I had very high expectations. I think you know where I'm going with this.
I
do. Yeah. So I'm doing it the night before it's due, so that's also my fault. And what happened was, so I finished it. I literally just kept sewing and sewing and sewing. I didn't give myself a time to see how it was looking. So I'm filling it up, and then I set it down, and I take a long look at it. And let me just tell you, it looked nothing like a thumb. But anyway, that wasn't the worst part. I had to present this. And we were told we didn't have to present. And so I had to go up in front of the class the next morning after laughing, crying, dealing with everything. And I was the first to present, and I had to hold up what was meant to be a hitchhiker's thumb.
Her blob.
Yeah, and it was embarrassing. I know I talk about things that are only embarrassing. It was so embarrassing for me, just for the fact that I couldn't even hide it. I couldn't pretend that it didn't look like what it did.
You couldn't just play it off.
And I'll never forget just seeing everyone's heads just lean over and have that confused look on their face. Oh my God! And my teacher just it just needs a few more stitches.
Yep. Sure.
And she still shows it to this day. Kids have come up to me and like, "You were the girl who made that, right?" And I was like, "Yeah." So that's really the only thing I could think of that's embarrassing that's happened. I'm sure there's other situations, but that's just one of those that I will always remember.
In high school.
I had such high hopes for it. That's the thing.
And then it just doesn't.
You could imagine my shock.
Yeah, honestly.
I could have changed it and said I meant to make what I ended up making, but I was like, nah, I'm just going to go with what I wanted to do, and now it's on her Hall of Fame for projects.
Now that I look at mine and think about them.
Also, I want to just preface too that Bella right now has a whole list of things.
I'm organized, okay?
Meanwhile, I'm going off the top of my head.
Well, because I was thinking about these and just I'm not going to share all of them, obviously, because I feel like a lot of them are childhood stories. I don't know. I feel like I'm going to take up the whole episode, but that's just me. I always make stupid things, and they're not really embarrassing, but they're just kind of only Bella would do that.
Yeah.
I guess since you said something from high school, I'll say something from high school. So my sister was a senior last year when I was a freshman, and I never went through any of the Lake Central middle schools, so I didn't know how. No,
I didn't. Where did you come from?
I went to Crumplin Christian.
Shut up! No way! I did not know that.
So I was at a private school from preschool all the way to 8th grade. Did not know how to do anything. I've never had the point where you're supposed to get in line and get your own lunch. That's not a thing. I do hot lunch, and I got freaking Chick-fil-A and Dairy Queen and pizza every Wednesday. That's what we did. Like Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we got lunches like that. So like it was brought to our room. Like we had little people that had to get it from the kitchen and then go bring it
Little
back to
people?
well, just a singular person, I mean, but anyway, that's besides the point. So anyway, there was a lot for me to learn, and one thing that played a part in my middle school and all my other years of school besides high school was that you were not allowed to run. You could not run. If a teacher caught you running, you had to go back to the end of the hallway and walk. So, my sister, just like any other high schooler, likes to get out of school immediately at 2:09, get in the car, beat that LC traffic, okay? I did not know you could run in Lake Central High School. So, I would walk as fast as I possibly could so that my sister wouldn't be mad. And then once I hit the doors, I would fly out the doors. And my sister was like, "Why do you get out so late?" And I'm like, "Well, you can't run. I don't know how to get there any faster."
What was your thought process, though? Like, you had to see everybody running.
Well, I did. I literally saw everyone running, and I was like, I don't want to get yelled at for that, though, so I'm not gonna.
No one got yelled at.
And that's the thing. I just don't know where that came from. Like, I never knew you could run in high school, and that's how traumatizing my middle school years were for you, in case you're wondering. Anyway.
Your formative years.
Yeah. But anyway, that's my high school one. Anyway, this one is kind of going back to my childhood, but also it's so relevant to today because I do sing it all the time. I had the biggest love to sing the Star Spangled Banner in the shower, as well as God Bless America.
So
in the shower.
patriotic.
I am so patriotic. I don't even know why, but like even during high school volleyball, I had chills. I literally had chills.
I'll give that to you because the
Yeah.
band, the Tribe of Pride,
Yes.
they really kill it every time.
Yeah, like I don't know,
They
man.
give it their all.
That stuff just makes me emotional. Like I could cry sitting here right now because I just love the Star Spangled Banner. And also a fun fact. I always got it mixed up with, is it called the National Anthem or Star Spangled Banner? And actually, it's the Star Spangled Banner as the title of the song, and it's our national anthem.
What? You thought there were two names for one thing.
No, I
Like,
didn't.
Did you not hear everyone be like, please rise for our national anthem? The song itself, like you said, is Star Spangled Banner.
Well, I like thought they were the same thing, but my mom, as well as like my club coach, thought that they were two different things, and I was like, ain't no way.
Yeah.
So yeah, fun fact.
I actually remember a story.
Yeah, you go next.
Really off topic from your
Star Spangled
passion
Banner.
for patriotism. Is that a word, patriotism?
Yeah, I think. What? I don't know.
Anyway, as most of you know how atrocious the parking lot is at the end of the day, everyone wants to get out and be the first one out. And I have this microphone in my car that connects to my speaker. And it was a nice day, and my windows were down. And I was singing in the car, I had my music on blast. Didn't really realize my mic was still connected. So I got cut off.
Oh, God.
I scream into the microphone. And then I started yelling at the traffic director.
Particular human being.
And he heard me. And I kept going after he told me to stop. And then he came up to my car. Yeah. I mean, I deserved it 100%. It's not really, like, embarrassing, but, like, he heard me. I was like, come on, Mr. Blah, blah, blah. And as, like, a joke, not thinking he would hear me. And he did. He just looked at me and laughed. And then I saw him walk up to my car.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is it. So, also, be patient in those parking lots. Because everyone has their embarrassing stories in there and just crazy stories. Like, I almost got hit walking.
Yeah, that parking lot is probably the thing that keeps my anxiety at a rise. Like, it really is.
It's a rite of passage, though. Getting through that parking lot, you can get through anything.
Yeah.
It teaches you patience. Oh my god, that's just like my scholarship topic. How has driving changed your life? And I was like,
learn to be patient.
Literally, I'm like, it taught me patience.
How to be patient.
Really, I can't think of any other embarrassing stories. Like the last one I told, it wasn't embarrassing. More than just like,
No, these are just like funny. Like it's not really embarrassing, I feel like, but just like funny, weird moments of things that would only happen to me.
I once fell out of the shower.
Oh my gosh! Ow, that would hurt.
And it was like the night before a big dance competition.
Oh.
Literally, it was like right before state. I was like,
Yeah.
might not be able to dance tonight.
The timing of that.
Oh my god.
I'm trying to think what.
I know something has happened to me, and I just, like, this is my whole point. You think something's embarrassing, but it's clearly not. If you can't really like remember, if it's that insignificant.
Yeah. I know. These took a lot of pondering while sitting by the pool over vacation. Anyway, I guess I could do this one. This one's like kind of just really. No, it's okay. This is just really just like, oh my gosh. If I could go back, I would totally change this. First of all, my babysitter was an angel. Such an angel. She was a very close family friend. I, on the other hand, was a very mean little blonde girl. Every single day she came over, she also like cut hair for a living, and so when she would like give me a haircut, while she was setting it up in like the bathroom so that it'd be an easy cleanup, I would go into her purse and grab everything I could find and like hide it around the house so that she wouldn't be able to leave, because she had to like get home at a specific time and like go places obviously and move on with her life. I would hide her sunglasses, her keys, her wallet all over my house, and I just wouldn't tell her. And also, I would like cry and hang on to my mom's leg before she left for work because I just didn't want her to leave. And so then when my babysitter would come, I locked myself in my mom's room, and then my babysitter would make me breakfast. I'd open the door, grab my food, shut the door, wouldn't talk to her till like then she brought me lunch. When that time came around, I opened the door, grabbed my lunch, shut the door, never talked to her. Oh my God. And I was a devil child. I really was. But I was just extremely mean to her for no reason. Like, no reason at all. I was so rude. She was the kindest person ever, and her boyfriend always brought me, well, now husband. I don't know. But, like, she was just very kind, and I was just a devil child, and that's not embarrassing, but it's just like...
We went from embarrassing stories to regretful ones.
Yeah, just any story. It's a childhood, embarrassing and childhood stories.
Let's see. We all have the every single one of us. You're lying if you say this didn't happen to you, those of you who go to LC, falling up or down the stairs. Don't even say.
Oh, 100%.
I ate it going up the stairs once, and it was in front. I was a freshman.
Oh my gosh.
And it was literally in the wedge, so everybody's there.
Yeah.
And the senior boys, you know, it's like, oh my God, the senior boys.
Yeah.
They were right behind me, and I just hear, ooh.
Oh, of course.
And I was like, oh my God, this isn't happening.
Yeah.
Just like, do you get up and just keep walking?
I totally would.
No, but like I said, that's just one you're lying. Like I said, you're lying if you're saying you've never even just slightly tripped up the stairs or missed a step.
Well, I mean, I always have more embarrassing stories, but I don't know if embarrassing would be the topic for all of them. I think it would just be
funny stories.
Just funny, random, childhood, stupid stories.
Just what us they would be reminiscing. And you know what? We're going to do it every episode. You know I have to do it. But this just furthers the idea that life is short, okay? Life is short to stress and worry about what people are thinking, or if you were embarrassed about something, because I guarantee you are going to find it funny. And if you don't, you're just going to waste time constantly thinking about it.
Yeah, honestly, move on with it. Laugh, move on, and...
Yeah, and if people laugh with them. You know, because life is short, but we're shorter. Thank you guys for listening to this episode. If you guys have any funny stories or any stories, you can comment them down below. You can
or give us ideas of future episodes or whatever you want.
Reach out to our socials.
Well, that's it for today. Thanks for listening. Bye.